Hello children, nice to meet you all. I think you all are watching the videos, following the videos. Okay, now we shall go to the next lesson. Our English textbook, that is lesson number the tsunami. It's lesson number 2. Okay, okay children. Now I want to give some introduction. Do you know what is tsunami? Actually, what is the spelling of tsunami? TSUNAMI. When we are pronouncing, we have to make it T as silent. Okay, so TSUNAMI, tsunami. Okay, so what is tsunami in your idea? According to your idea, what is tsunami? So it is a cyclone. It is a calamity. It is a natural calamity which comes from the sea. When you find earthquakes, actually you have earthquakes, you are aware of earthquakes, droughts, cyclones, and these tsunamis. These all are natural calamities. We don't know when it happens. Of course we have some plan. We will be alert with the government's advice, but we don't know when it happens, how it happens. This corona is also a natural calamity whole world is facing, isn't it? So now our lesson is about tsunami. How it comes, what happens when it comes, are there any indications, can we be aware of it in advance? So how does it come? Everything comes in this lesson. Okay children, so first I want you all to open your textbooks and take your pencils and be ready. I'll be reading. After once I read and explain, you also should read, and you have to answer some questions in your textbook. Okay children, and the last I'll be giving you some questions. You need to answer. Unless you read textbook, you can't answer those questions. Okay children, now let us go to the textbook. See the front page. I'll explain you in the last. After the whole lesson is over, I'll explain you. So let us go to the page number 25. Okay, now see children, what is a tsunami? A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. Children, you see how I am pronouncing, how I am using the phrases, everything you should observe carefully. Okay, so what is a tsunami? A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. Normal earthquakes means you get on the land, isn't it? When you get earthquake in the sea, that is called tsunami. You get earthquake in the sea. When the earthquake comes in the sea, the water flows over very high, isn't it? So I'll show you some videos in the last. You can see that, you'll get some idea. Okay, so a tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. See here, on 26th December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Here actually these stories of courage and how they survived, how people survived, how children survived. There are some stories children in this lesson, small stories we shall read now. And actually most these tsunamis occur in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Why? Because they are the island, they are in the middle of the sea, isn't it? They go on very fast there. Okay, so here on 26th December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India, such as, along with Thailand, some parts of India also. What are those parts of India? Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast also. We have beach in the Tamil Nadu, isn't it? So Tamil Nadu coast also. Here are some stories. What happened, when it happened, how it happened, everything is given here. So did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. Here, how, do animals know that tsunami is coming, earthquake is coming? Do we people know? Let us see what happens. Now see this picture. When the tsunami comes, how it is full of cars, trees are uprooted, everything, roads, everything are gone. Okay, all are destroyed. Now see here, these stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. So here an archipelago means a group of many islands and the surroundings sea. Okay, near Andaman Nicobar Islands you have small small islands, isn't it? So those all are called as archipelago. Okay, these stories are happened there itself. Next, Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachar. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. Here Ignatius one person, he was the manager of a cooperative society. Listen carefully children. Take the pencil in your hand. You can underline archipelago, Andaman and Nicobar Islands also you can underline. Now Ignatius underline. He was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachal. This Kachal is in Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, this is a place in Andaman and Nicobar Island. His wife, she woke up early morning at 6 a.m. and she got some tense. I think she felt that some earthquake is coming. So then she woke him up. Hello sir, get up, get up, get up. Please get up. See, I think earthquake. Then he woke up first and he put the TV onto the ground. The TV was in the shelf, so he took it and kept it on the ground so that it may not fall and break. And then the family rushed out of the house. When the tremors stopped, what are tremor? A slight shake, earth tremors means the shake of the earth. When these stopped, when the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. This for a few minutes that earth was shaking. After this tremors, that is called tremors. The shaking of earth, the slight shake of earth is called tremors. Next, when the shakes are stopped, when the tremors are stopped, then they saw that sea was rising. Sea was rising. In the chaos and confusion, means all were shouting, oh my God, oh my God, what is happening? In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother. Here they are maternal grandfather and maternal uncle. Maternal means mother's side. Mother's side, father, mother, brother, uncles, all are called maternal. Father's side people all are called as paternal. Now this is mother's side. Father is there. Maternal grandfather and maternal uncle. And the children hold the hands of maternal grandfather and uncle and rushed into the opposite direction. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. See children, Ignatius had 5 children. So his wife, his children, and his father-in-law and brother-in-law, all of them came out of the house. 2 children caught the hands of grandfather and uncle and they rushed in opposite direction. Suddenly a big wave came and swept them away. They died. They were not seen again. That is the story of Ignatius. Okay, now let us go to the next story. Okay children, now see here, you understood what are the hard words in this here? Archipelago. Archipelago means a group of many islands and the surrounding sea. Okay, small islands and surrounding the sea. Next, what are the words here? Can you tremor means a slight shake of earth. Earth tremors means the earth shakes during the earthquake. Chaos means complete disorder or confusion. See, if any accident happened, all will hey, come on, run. So that is called chaos. Okay, it happened. Now let us go. I think you have understood this story. Now let us go to the next passage. Yes children, now let us go to the second page. I think you understood the first story about Ignatius. Okay, Ignatius had 5 children. He had his wife and father-in-law and brother-in-law, and all of them were swept away in the water. Next comes to Sanjeev. Who is the next person? Sanjeev was a policeman serving in Kachal Island of the Nicobar group of islands. He was working in Kachal. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. Sanjeev also was a policeman. He saw the waves coming very fast, so he managed to save his wife, and he had a baby daughter, newly born baby. So he saved anyhow his wife and baby daughter. Suddenly, what happened? But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John. John, who is John? The guest house cook. This Sanjeev has one guest house cook, John. That John's wife was shouting for help. So Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. They were not there. Waves, children, waves. See, before fire and water, nobody can stand. Waves come in such a way, in such a fast way that they will swipe out the people, swipe out the cars, buildings, trees, houses. Now, see here, the Sanjay wanted to save the wife of John. Who was John? Who was a guest house cook. But unexpectedly, a big wave came and swept them away. He jumped into the water, but a big wave swept them away. That is the second story of Sanjeev. First was Ignatius, second was Sanjeev. Third comes here, 13-year-old Meghna. A 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. Meghna also was swept away. 77 people were swept away along with her and her parents also. She spent 2 days floating in the sea. How many days did she spend in the sea? 2 days she was going on floating in the sea, holding on to a wooden door. This when she fell down in the water, she suddenly caught one wooden door and she was sitting on the wooden door. You know, wood floats in the water. So with that help, she was floating. So how many days she floated? She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding on to a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was floating in the water. She saw up. Helicopters are coming. You know, rescue helicopters come when certain cyclones and tsunamis occur. Rescue helicopters, they bring some food and they throw from up. Some army people come there for rescuing the people. They take the people from the water. They help the people from the water. They save the lives of the people. So army people, defense people, all come and help. So even helicopters they come and help. They throw the food packets from up. They throw some food for the people. So like that, 11 helicopters came. They were roaming over the sea, but they could not see this Meghna. Meghna was shouting for help, but they could not see her. They could not help her. They did not rescue her. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave. All waves are going on floating. So, and she was found on the seashore in a daze. What is a daze? In a confusion state, unconscious, a stupefied manner, half consciousness. She was not total conscious. She was half conscious, in a stupefied way. Where she is, in what condition she is also, she don't know. That is called daze. Underline daze, children. This is the hard word, you can know. Next, at last, first one we studied about Ignatius, second we studied about Sanjeev, the third one is Meghna, 13-year-old girl, and next Almaz Javed. Almaz Javed was 10 years old. Almaz Javed was 10 years old. Almaz Javed is a girl. Okay, she was a student of Caramel Convent in Port Blair. She used to study in Caramel Convent, that is the school name, in Port Blair. Port Blair is also near Andaman and Nicobar Islands, where her father had petrol pump. Her father had a petrol pump also there. He used to work there, and they had one petrol pump. Her mother Rahila's home was in Non-Kauri Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. Okay, children. You got some idea. Almaz Javed, 10 years old. What about Meghana? Meghana was 13 years old. Almaz was 10 years old. Her mother Rahila, her father had a petrol pump. They all went to celebrate Christmas. Her mother Rahila's home was in Non-Kori Island. So the family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. Okay, then what happened after going there? I'll explain you in the next video.